We've had a great conversation today, and what I loved about the conversation is, as you would expect, it's just so diverse in terms of the definition of what social business might be, but equally in terms of why you might want to do it as an organisation, regardless of how big or small you are.
I don't know about you, but I've been to about a decade's worth of social media conferences, and to a certain extent, been there, done that, and I think many people are now saying, what next? And I think this Business Reimagined series begins to at least ask that question and possibly provide some answers. What we're looking for now is a way for people to take autonomy over the contribution they can make to a group of people who can create mutual value by sharing values that marks them coming together. Sounds a little bit airy-fairy, but at the same time, every revolution is often marked by a series of evolutions, and that kind of long-term manifestation will be a decade hence, and we'll see a number of evolutions in the way businesses work, the way in which organisations achieve their ends based on liberating that individual.
The discussion in social business is moving away from the social media element and more towards what it means for a business, and people are actually starting to look at the practical, implementable systems. I think that today, in fact, the whole social business initiative, I think, has been one of those tipping point things. It's been a very different culture in these two discussions I've been to so far.
I was really pleased about today because it wasn't a debate just all about social media, or even worse, Twitter, how to use Twitter as an organisation. And also the panel were encouraged to give their personal views, and so there was a bit of debate on the stools, which I thought was a really good thing. My personal view is that social media isn't necessarily the sort of holy cow that is going to change the world, and I think if we use those terminologies, we're never going to be taken seriously at board level.
Technology will increasingly enable businesses to really participate in the C2C world that is a fact of life online at the moment. So businesses are realising they don't control the conversation anymore. They can't tell people what they're all about. People will share what the customer experience with a company is all about. And so I think companies are starting to wake up to that and to harness that and realise they can tap into those insights and make a difference and be more competitive.
I think the opportunity for social business is to start talking the talk of business rather than social business, and realising that business has been going on for an awfully long time, and the channels that social media offer us enable businesses to innovate faster, but not necessarily turn their entire business model on their heads.
So for businesses contemplating social business for the first time, they'll find that, interestingly, we've gone from a tech emphasis last decade to an individual, a human, a people emphasis this decade. If we stopped tech evolution right now, we could spend the rest of the decade putting today's tech to good use. So actually what we're faced with is cultural change, changing the way people behave when they come together so they can be more productive, more profitable.
I tend to look at it theoretically as a sort of Coasian construct. It reduces transaction costs. So then you have to say, where in a business does transaction cost reduction start to get interesting? And you wind up with everything from your sales to your internal operations to customer retention. So pretty much it can be applied throughout the business's end-to-end value chain.
I think there will be organisations and maybe departments within organisations that will grasp the value today and they'll run with it, and they will be the people that will lead the way. The challenge though is that if you do that within an organisation and you're just a team within an organisation, none of the other business processes have to change in order for you to carry on. And the danger is there is you become just disjointed from how the organisation operates. The trick we've found for people who want to do this today is take it on at an organisational level. You say that we want to be a social business, we want to work in this way as an entire organisation. That's where the magic happens.